Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have a confession to make. I've got a new tent, and it's the Pomoli Dome 6X hot tent, I think it's called. And I've got a beautiful titanium wood stove to go with it. So priority one is get that thing set up. I think it's going to start raining soon, so we could try avoid the wetness if I can do this quickly. But we're tucked in here, beautiful spot. Should be a nice camp, so I'll get on with it. She's pretty big. She's quite a big tent. There's a ton of poles, so I'm gonna get on to making these. We'll get this thing erected. Absolutely heaps of pole material with this tent. That's one down. I think the way you're supposed to do this is keep it loose and floppy on the ground and put 3 big poles through the sleeves first. Hopefully that works. Now here comes the tricky part. So let's get it up. Ugh. That wasn't so bad. Hey, that's pretty easy actually. If it was windy, it would be a nightmare. Look at that. Oh. There's a roof cap here, which I think I'll set up now before I put the extra poles in. This is looking pretty good. Got to deploy the rain jacket. Got a fine misty rain coming in. Love this jacket, by the way. It's the Cactus gear raincoat. It's a beast. Let the clipping begin. There we go, that's all the clips. Well, it looks like I got this up just in time. The rain is starting to pick up now. It's quite nice, it keeps the whole temperature quite cool. But yeah, I'm going to fiddle around with this and get it orientated perfectly. The beauty of a freestanding tent. You just pick it up and move it. I think I want the fireplace here so I can look out. Nice. Man, what a space. It is lovely in here. I think I might set the inner up, get everything sorted out, and I might have a biscuit. I almost forgot, I should probably peg this thing out. We are in the dome. As you can see, got some beautiful windows here. There's more on the back panels too. But that's pretty awesome, so I can sit in here, look out and see the mountains. And it can be raining and I'm dry. But I think what I might do first is get the stove set up. This thing is a work of art. And then I think we'll get a cup of tea on. But I'm loving the space, man. It is nice. Look at this thing. That's looking pretty good. I could put the stove pipe a bit higher, but I think that should be fine. That's better. Got more light in here. Opened up this window and it's looking pretty good. The rain doesn't really come through the mesh, at least not this misty rain. But I can sit back here covered by the roof and see what heaps of light in and a view out. It is rather pleasant in here. We're getting there. I've got some premium lumpwood charcoal here, which we're going to use for the fire, and some different fire starters. We're going to get this thing going first, so I can get some water boiling and just heat the place up. It's actually pretty cool outside, which is nice, with that gentle rain. We've got some kindling to make, and we'll get that fire cranking. This will be great for getting the fire started. Check this out. Big box of charcoal. I have never used this stuff on a camp before. Apparently it's awesome. Oh, it comes in a nice little bag. Whoa. So it's just like massive nuggets. I've never used this stuff before. It's quite different from the product that I usually have. These are called, just the Samba wooden fire lighters. We'll see how they go, Let's find my lighter. We have ignition. They catch quite slow, but I think they should burn pretty good once they get going. Oh yeah, this is going to be so cozy. This is a very fancy stove compared to my other ones. There's heaps of different grates. I think there's even a little ashtray down the bottom. There's airflow here, and it looks like at the top. Isn't it beautiful though, with the glass side windows, and oh, it's just all new and nice. It's going to heat up in here real quick. What a setup though. This is a big spacious tent. It's bigger than the one that I used in that snowstorm, the Nortent Gammy 6. It's a similar size, but I think this one's just got a little bit more headroom and width. It's also got the stove positioned closer to this door here, which means that there's actually more usable space in the tent. That rain's picking up nicely. Might actually get heavy soon if this keeps up. There's a few bugs in here. I might have to activate the thermocell just to keep them away. They must have got in during setup. Give the fire maximum airflow. Woo. Yeah, so the scene is set. It's very, very nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. I knew this tent would be good because of all the versatility. I just didn't think it would be this nice to be in. The cool thing is I can zip these up if the rain gets real heavy, and there's door there, and a door here, so super versatile. I think it's a winner. This is my view out to the clearing. Just watching the rain come in. This is a great way to test out the tent. Not storm conditions, just gentle rain. This thing's quite strong, but I just don't think it would take heavy wind. It would take snow loading because of all the crossover points in the poles. But yeah, I would be pretty nervous if it got windy. Although fully guyed out, it could be pretty strong. Some English breakfast. It is going to be divine. That water's taken its sweet time to boil. I just chucked a little bit more wood in there to get things moving a bit. It's such a large fireplace that I think you need quite a big volume of material in there to heat the top enough to get water going. But I see some steam coming off the kettle. Should be ready any second now. I'm actually very, very thirsty. It's 7 PM, believe it or not. And I haven't had anything to eat all afternoon, so we're gonna have, what have I got here? A very, very special treat. Never before had on the channel. Golden caramel digestives. And a cup of tea. Finally, we have a boil. It's getting rather warm. Got to vent myself. I've seen these before, the golden caramel digestives, but never have I ever plucked up the courage to actually try them. Oh my goodness. They smell like golden syrup. The perfect application. Oh, it's crumbling on my fingers. Is the tea ready? Almost. You got to give it the little fiddle. Get some extra juice out of it. And then with the UHT milk. I love how that doses. Not too much, just enough. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect cup of tea. Oh yes, brewed to perfection. These biscuits look honestly divine. Golden caramel. It's like sweet maple syrup. Oof, that's hot. Check out the fire. It's like an inferno in there, no smoke. That lumpwood charcoal, that's great stuff. Such a nice view out into this clearing. Beautiful misty rain. If the whole tent fully opened up now. It's almost like being under a giant tarp, but way more secure. Man, that's putting out a lot of heat. Lumpwood charcoal. Stuff's insane. The dunk. Just enough time to get perfectly soggy and decadent. Reminds me of my grandma's house. It's good memories. Got to be careful not to burn the rain jacket. I love this thing. I really don't want to burn it on the fire. Heavy duty Cactus rain jacket. It's a little bit much to carry up the tops. It's like twice the weight. But for camping like this, it's the ultimate rain jacket. Or if you do want extra robust strength, you know, and you're willing to take it. Oh, but I might chill for a bit. Get the rest of the tent organised. This is lovely, guys. Great setup. I have a pretty big dinner coming up, so I have to leave room for that. Oh, I gotta show you. Golden Caramel Deluxe. Couldn't help myself, I made another cup of tea, and it's getting hot in here, so I had to take off the jacket. Whew. But I might start prepping up dinner now. I'm doing a ragu and fusilini pasta. It's going to be absolutely divine, but it takes quite a long time to build the flavour in the sauce. I'm making it from scratch, so I think I'll start chopping up the vegetables after the tea and slowly getting it cooking away on the stove. Get these carrots in. We'll start by cooking these down, and we'll add the onion, mushrooms and garlic. The secret ingredient, the touch of this garlic infused extra virgin olive oil. Beautiful onion. Got quite a bit of mushroom here, probably too much. Oh well. It Everybody likes mushrooms. Just a few more minutes and I reckon I'll get the mushrooms in there. The more water that you get out, the more flavour and sweetness, concentration that you build in the dish. This is like a full-blown cooking show. I often get the comment, where's the camping? What do you guys think camping is? It's building a beautiful setup like this, out in nature, and pretty much just enjoying it whatever way that you see fit. And for me, eating delicious food, cups of tea, coffee, and just obsessing over my like quilts and tents and all that, that's what camping is. Being out in nature obviously as well. Beautiful sound of the river over there, a few raindrops hitting the tent. I mean, what else could you want? It's a delight. The aromas in this tent, needless to say, are next level. Mushroom overdose. I think these veggies are about done for now. So we'll put them aside. Smelling very, very good. We'll get our pot back on, and now we'll add some mince. Got lean ground beef in here, beautiful grass-fed New Zealand beef. We'll get that in, cook it out, and then we'll incorporate the entire dish and just get that stewing away for like another 30 minutes. The front of that fire is so hot, the glass transfers heat better than through to the top of the cooking surface. I think there's like a secondary burn chamber above it, so it's not as hot as it could be with direct flame, because it's not really cooking like my other stove does, the smaller Pomoli one. That thing just rips heat to the top of it like instantly. This will still get the job done though. It's actually quite nice that it's a bit slower. The beef is beautifully cooked down now. Get in these beautiful Italian tomatoes. I always go for the Italian ones at the supermarket. They just have better flavour. These are nice and small, low acid. In they go. I've actually got something else to add into here too. This is some nice concentrated stock, beef stock. Just get this in, it will just build a ton of flavour. And it's pretty much just reduce this down, add the vegetables in, and then we're done. But that takes like another 30 minutes to an hour, longer the better really. There's actually one more tip that I've got. If you add a little bit of milk into your sauce, it helps break down the meat. So I'll put the rest of my milk in. And I'll leave a little bit for a cup of tea later. But this should really help tenderize it, just make it next level. And that's what this is all about. Over the top camp cooking. About time to get the pasta on. My sauce is thickened up nicely, so I think by the time this is cooked, this should all come together. Pasta is done. Straighten this outside. Okay, I'm not really sure the best way to plate this up. Put that over there. Woo, that's hot. Okay, time to plate up. Get my sauce. I'm gonna chuck it all on. Why not? There is a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me get our pasta. Whoa! What am I doing? I'm overexcited. It's burning hot. Okay. We have the pasta on. And I've got some fresh basil here, but I think before that, whoa, get a few parmesan flakes just over the top for good measure. And then I'll go in with my basil wherever that went. Fresh from the garden. Oh man, it smells amazing. And we'll just chuck some big chunks of that on, because the aroma and the flavour of the basil just completely elevates the dish. It's like transporting you to a Tuscan garden. Not that I've been to a Tuscan garden yet. Okay, I think that'll do for now. And obviously I'm going to give you a close-up of this, because I've spent like over 3 hours preparing it. Whoop. Now look at that. For a camp meal. Ragu fusilini, basil parmesan. This is a heavy plate of food. This could feed a whole family pretty much. Or one hungry bushcrafter. I just want to make sure you can see that in all its glory. Okay, it's time to eat. I'm not waiting any longer. Oh man. The fresh basil. The richness of the flavour and the vegetables have like reduced down and create such a deep sweetness. Oh. I tell you what, when you go camping, I reckon it's definitely worth it putting in the effort to cook food like this. A lot of you watch and I get the comments like, there's no way that you could do that in the country you're from because of bears, wolves, those kind of predators. Here, there's nothing at all. So I can just like cook a massive feast, have food and meat lying around and not even worry about it. That's one of the benefits of New Zealand. A great place for chilled out camping and brutal snowstorms. It's very hot next to this fire. The lumpwood charcoal is awesome because it burns like clean. You can see through into the fireplace without like soot and ash and all that. I think it'll be my go-to product from now if I'm not going to be cutting my own wood. I literally made the perfect meal. Focus. It's just, I'm kind of lost for words. I think I'm just going to be quiet and eat. thanks for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed this chilled out video, and there'll be plenty more like this and crazy ones coming. So subscribe if you enjoy the content, smash the thumbs up, because this meal I think deserves it. I think I might set up the inner tent now. Hopefully this goes smoothly. In my other Pomoli tent, this was a bit of a nightmare. It's just kind of hard to get it orientated correctly. But hopefully I have a bit more practice and I can get it first time. It really does need to be color coded though, it would make it way better. Okay. I think that's the front door. And this just clips into the corner. And now, we do the back corner. Alright. I think I got that first time. Now this clips into a loop there. And the rest of it just hooks up. That wasn't so bad. Sweet, I think that's about it. Just one more. Now we're talking. I could probably camp with it set up like this the entire time, because this is like a fully waterproof bathtub floor and like a bug net and stuff, so I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, water getting on the ground or anything. I do have a ground sheet as well for the whole tent, which would be pretty cool. But for this camp, I just kept the whole place open. But yeah, this is the bed chamber. Now I need to make my bed. And just like that, I've got a bed made. I just whipped out the whole mat and the Zen bivvy attached from the van. That's quite an easy way just to set bed up. But yeah, man. Look at the space I've got in here. This is a nice tent. I'm really looking forward to using this in winter time. Snow everywhere, take it down south. And I could probably just stay in here for a couple of days. Heaps of food. It'd be awesome. I even reckon that, you know, I mean, you want to keep this space like a waterproof space, because if it's raining and there's like a lot of snow, you don't want water getting into your bed area. But I reckon what I could do, I mean, I think I could sit in my chair easy. Let's give it a go. Push the bed back and position myself here. Yeah, I mean, I've got heaps of room. Could cook, heaps of space here and here, stand up and just store all the stuff neatly back in the bedroom. Getting pretty hot when it's all zipped up. I still have these windows open, which I think I'll just leave open, because I don't know if there's, well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be no more rain. Worst case, I wake up in the night, I'm a little bit wet. But yeah, man, look, I can sit back and I got room. I definitely prefer this tent to the 4-person version that I've got. That extra space just makes the whole thing a lot nicer to camp in. I reckon it's about equally as strong, especially if you guide it out. The whole thing's quite solid. Yeah, there definitely is enough room to film, camp, and have the inner set up at the same time. It'd be so cozy in here in winter when you actually really wanted the fire cranking. This time of year, it's not essential, but it's just kind of nice. Man, that's nice stuff. It's so sweet and vanilla-y, infused with that nice chamomile kind of herbiness. I might have it in bed actually. Oh man, it's like perfectly flat too. Make my cup of tea. I can't wait to test this in the snow. I've really grown to like hot tents. It's just a cozy place to be. It's awesome when you're up on the tops and it's a brutal kind of survival situation with a small backpack loadout, but man, that trip that I did, I think it was last year, Lake Tennyson, that was just so much fun being in the tent for 2 days in the snow. I'd like to try this one in the same situation this year. I'm not sure if I've used this quilt on the channel before. It's the Zen Bivy Trek bed, and it usually lives in my van. But this thing's like an oversized quilt. But like all the Zen Bivies, it attaches to the mattress, you know, the sheet and the everything. But this one has a zip instead of clips, so it's even more cozy. It's literally like being in a bed, and it's got extremely soft kind of material, not like ultralight at all. This thing's quite heavy. Oh man, I'll probably overheat because I think this is good down to about 0, but it's very, very roomy. You can probably see my feet down the end. I can fully starfish in this thing. It's actually so big that I was thinking, when it's real cold, I'll probably stuff one of my smaller quilts inside of this and double up and have like an alternate kind of 2-layered sleep system. But man, it's cozy. Got my pillow from home too. Oh, it's huge. And that's my feet fully spread apart in this thing, and it lofts up pretty good as well. This is the view from bed, looking back to the fire, and then this chamber that I've created. I might shut that actually. Well guys, I want to switch the lights off. It's been an awesome night and I've got a lot of food to digest in my belly, so I think sleep is in order. And it should be a good one in here. When I'm on this big foam mat with the pillow from home and it's not like windy and hardcore rain, I always sleep good. But anyway, morning, coffees. I'm not sure if I like the fire, but we'll see. Anyway, good night guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good morning everyone. I think it's a lovely morning out there. I can hear the birds. I don't really want to get up. It's so cozy in here. Fire's completely out. I might light it, just a small one. Fire. These things do ignite quite slow compared to those like petroleum based little lucifer things that I use. I don't think they'd work that well in the wet up in the bush, but for the hot tent, absolutely fine. Whoa! Let's open these vents up. That was my mistake. Freshly prepared coffee satchel. Oh man, it smells good. Getting that fire going in here is just so nice. It kind of dries things out immediately. Just takes the chill off the air. It's real good. Cheers everybody. We're going for the first sip. That's a sweet, juicy coffee, man. Very, very nice. A lovely nuttiness and stone fruits. This is so good. I love the tent. I love the spot. Bring on more camping, I say. It's so cool just looking at the flames inside of that glass enclosure. Reminds me of my old fireplace when I lived down in Queenstown, New Zealand, where you had all the heat adjustments on it, so you could really dial in the flame and get it how you wanted it. I reckon if I loaded this thing up with the charcoal, I could pretty much have it burning all night if I damped it right now with the airflow to low. What a cool stove. I love that sitting in this tent I can see out to here, the river. It looks pretty small on the camera, but I've got lovely views right out the door. It's misty. I think it's time for some breakfast. Might just do a couple fried eggs. I think that'll be enough. These are some giant eggs. Yum. Oh no, I split the yolk. Oh, she's sticking a bit. There we go. What an experience. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. I'm loving this camp. Should I try and flip this? I'm not sure if I can. Probably just make a giant mess. I kind of flipped it. I think the residual heat in the pan will be enough to finish those off. This is not the most appetizing looking breakfast. That's a Parmesan cheese infused fried egg with a coffee, so it should be pretty good. I did have beans and sausages that I was going to cook up in a can with some fried tomatoes and these eggs, but I think after last night's dinner, that's just way too much food for me right now. Oh yeah. Let me know if you want to see me use this tent again. I think I'm going to do it anyway, so what you say isn't really going to affect my decision, but you know, I would like to see the feedback on the tent. I think it's awesome. The colour's cool as well. It just kind of pops, especially in the snow when the whole thing's glowing red and the snow falling, and being able to look out these windows. That would truly be camp heaven. The van has been moved into position. What a glorious van it is, by the way. I've recently done a whole bunch of upgrades to the van. I've got new shock absorbers in the front and the back. They're the Bilstein B6s. I've pretty much got new bushes over the entire van. Pretty much every piece of rubber underneath's been changed. New coil springs at the back, engine mounts, control arms, whole bunch of stuff. So it's pretty much driving like a rocket ship now, and it's ready for the year coming up. I still haven't done a bunch of work on the inside yet, but I thought it was more important to kind of get it driving perfect. So yeah, it's going to be good for the bumpy roads, and like I can get it into a corner now and just boost through. So I'm driving a lot faster in the corners, which is nice. But yeah, it's a lovely van. Really happy with it. Toyota Hiace 2002 Super Custom 4-wheel drive. I think it's a KZH 106G. But yeah, I'm gonna pack up inside here, get things tidied up, and that's about that. Entry from the back door. Bed removal services. We'll have one last look at this view before I head out. Oh my goodness. Check that out. That's why I come back to this spot, because it's just absolutely stunning. Anyway guys, I'm back in the van. I'm gonna head home, but I just want to say thanks for coming along. It was a fun trip, really enjoyed that one, and looking forward to more camping. So I'll get home, edit this up and post it for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, goodbye, have a good week, and see you next time. Peace out.